All right, good morning, Chipola Nation. We're here with Melissa Cawley, Associate Vice President of Student Services here at Chipola. How are you doing, Melissa?
Doing great. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Y'all been staying corona-free in your department?
We are. We are doing very well. Everybody's healthy.
That's great. That's wonderful. Well, we're here today to talk about spring registration, and spring is actually January. That's when the classes start. But there's an opportunity now for current students and new students to begin registering in early November. So we want to talk about first about current students. They can register beginning on November 9th. But Melissa, tell us what a current student is.
Right. A current student is a student that's already enrolled.
Okay.
So they are enrolled for the fall right now. We reserve typically that Monday, November the 9th, for our currently enrolled students that have 30 plus hours.
Okay.
So that we give those students an opportunity to get their classes if they want to graduate in the spring and
Right.
so forth. But right after that, it does not matter if you're only in 3 hours registered for the fall. You can come and register. And remember, this is early registration.
Right.
So we encourage students to come to be sure they get the classes that they would like to have. But we also have an early registration for new students as well. For those students that have gone through the application process and they've been cleared, they can begin registering as early as the following Monday,
Okay.
November the 16th.
Okay, good. And now, just very quickly, if somebody's watching this and they're not a student and they want to become a student, what are some of the main things they need to do?
Well, the first thing they would want to do is complete the application process. And as soon as they do that, within that application process, they list their personal email, and the admissions office will start sending them emails
Okay.
if there are documents that they still need. If they're going to apply for financial aid, they want to go ahead and complete their FAFSA, and then the financial aid office will begin to contact them for the documents that
Right.
they need as well.
Okay.
So first and foremost, the first thing to do is complete the application, and then we start an immediate contact with the student, correspondence back and forth, telling them what we need, telling them when they can come and register as
Okay.
well, and all the information that they'll need as far as their
Okay,
Gensabah
great. And
ID.
everything can pretty much be done online.
That's correct.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great. Because of Corona, we are going virtual after the Thanksgiving break. So after November 30th, when the Thanksgiving break is over, we're encouraging people, if they want to come on campus for a face-to-face meeting with a counselor or with anyone, to make an appointment.
That's
Right.
correct. We would like, and even before we go virtual, we have found that in registration for the fall, it went very well. We'll register by phone, email, or Zoom.
Okay.
But you can also have a face-to-face advising appointment. We'll have the contact information for the advisors,
Right.
and they'll set up an appointment. We try and limit our advising appointments to 15 minutes. But yes, we'll be glad to accommodate
Okay.
them in that way.
And it
also.
really is best to make an appointment because, I mean, sometimes these students are making serious decisions about their majors and careers and everything, so you don't want to be in a hurry.
That's correct. And it'll give the advisor an opportunity to talk with them over the phone and maybe pull all the necessary documents and really have it ready for the
Right.
student when they come and
Okay.
meet with them.
So making an appointment will save the student time
Oh,
as well.
absolutely.
Okay,
Yes.
great, great. Okay, let's see. I wanted to talk about online registration because you can do it right in the comfort of your own home or in your car on your telephone.
That's correct.
But there's a few parameters for being able to register online because I guess the idea is if we feel like a student needs advising, we don't want to just turn them loose and let them make mistakes in registration.
That's correct. And we do this a lot with students that want to register themselves online, or they decide to drop or add a class, but they still contact an advisor, email us, and we can give them advising suggestions and so forth that they may want to do. But yes, we encourage them to register online, and I believe you have the parameters
I do.
for that.
You got to be a current student. You have to have completed 12 hours. You have to have declared a major, no holes for any outstanding parking
That's
tickets
correct.
or
Yes.
library books or anything. You cannot be a remedial student, a dual enroll student, an early admit student. We don't allow workforce clock hour students to register because they need to be working with their instructors. I think that's the idea
correct.
behind
It's
that.
a little more specific, and I know that sounds like a lot, but a good majority of our students are eligible to register online. The main thing,
Right.
if they're in at least 12 hours and a 2.0 GPA.
Yeah.
If they find out that they can't, then contact an advisor.
Right.
We'll find out what's going on
Right.
for you,
And so,
be glad to help you.
a student, how does a student go to the online portal to register? Is that through Canvas or is
That is through Canvas, and they will go to the student tab, and they will
Okay.
see what they're able to add or drop classes.
Okay. No, is it Canvas or is it My Chipola?
My Chipola.
My Chipola. Okay.
Excuse me.
Right. I know I keep going back and forth. But yeah, so My Chipola, where they go to look at their grades and everything,
That's correct.
there's a registration
Now, they can't
tab on it.
access the My Chipola through the campus.
Okay.
But yes, it is under My Chipola.
Great, great, okay. And I've got one more list here of your main advisors in student services, and we're going to put their names and emails and phone numbers up on the screen. But let's just talk about your advising group here. I know that some of them have specialties in certain areas, and just talk about them for a minute.
Yes, I'll be glad to. We've just got just an excellent group of advisors. I will start with Karen Hall. So many of our students feel so comfortable with her because they start out as dual enrollment students and
Right.
then they graduate from high school and continue on. But her main focus is through dual enrollment. And so she works with guidance counselors in the high schools to enroll those students. Also, we have Ken Calise, and his emphasis is in veteran services.
Okay.
And so he works with veterans to make sure that they are in compliance to receive all the veteran services that they need. Lee Whittington works with our nursing students, also with our athletes and our honor students as well.
Okay.
Christy Mosley and Ashley Harvey are with our student support services.
Okay, all right. And so all these guys have been on the job for quite a little while. They've got a lot of experience, and so they can help any student who calls up.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Anything else we need to talk about, Melissa? Again, let's recap. November 9th is when current students can do early registration for the spring term. November 16th is when new students can start registering.
That's correct. And let me emphasize that current students can continue to register once we start November the 9th, all the way through the 16th. We
Okay.
talk about new students beginning the 16th, but it's certainly open to current students.
And it'll be open.
It'll
all
be
the
open
way.
right on through
Okay.
until we adjourn for Christmas break.
That's great.
And then online registration will continue to be open.
Right. So we really don't have lines anymore.
No, we really don't. We've been able to be very efficient and effective in advising students, particularly, like I said, with the email and the phone,
Right.
and also through Zoom. If a parent wants to participate through Zoom, that tends to work very well. And so this has been very successful.
Yeah, that's great. That is great. Okay, well, that's what we wanted to talk about today, early spring registration. So thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.
And if you're interested in becoming a student at Chipola, visit our website at www.chipola.edu and then look on the screen for all the numbers that we're going to put on there. All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, Melissa.
Mhm.